The Forgotten City. I've been looking forward to this game. A lot, actually. A lot. Dear content creators, as you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the wide hallway, so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves if they wish to. Delhi, the modern storyteller team. Duly noted, duly noted. Let's get it.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Select your body type. Uh-huh. It's probably this. My skin tone. It's probably this one. Okay, so who are we? Uh-huh. Wait a minute. Maybe our name is Tobias Reaper? Save choices and continue.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
This...
Really? You're a soldier? But why are you out of uniform? Oh, was it a black op? Are you a soldier of fortune? You know what? Don't answer that. I don't think I want to know. But this should be a piece of cake for someone like you. There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
But I am Tobias Reaper after all. Mind if I ask some
Oh,
questions?
of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
What can you
Not
tell me about the
much, really.
ruins?
But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Who is
He's
Al?
the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Where are
You
we?
really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
The Tiber. Mm-hmm. What's her story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to be helping you. Why don't you want to tell me? Never mind, I don't care that much. That would be a Tobias Reaper answer.
Look, if you really want to know all the tragic details, perhaps I can fill you in after you find Al? What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Hmm. Sure.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry.
Okay. Bit dialogue heavy. Hmm. Okay. A rusted metal torch, which must have been lit by L. I'm going the right way. It has multiple endings, and it favors exploration. Nice. Ah, okay.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Would people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour,
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm somewhere on the other side.
I found the
Consider
entrance.
this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Okay. It's pretty good, but old. I'm already so hyped. Is that eerie? I don't speak Latin though. Oh, it's already so good. A Latin plague, which, given its position, seems important. If only I could read Latin. Yeah, that is the problem. Testimony or didere. Young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. What is this metal clatter? This gives me Medusa vibes though. A Roman gladiator. Mid-stride, what could have made a gladiator flee? Medusa? A young Roman woman, it looks like she was begging for her life. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. Kinda gives me vibes from Game of Thrones, where Daenerys comes flying into the city with her dragons. This looks like a snapshot of not a picture, but an actual state. Roman legionary in a state of terror. Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. Huh. Follow Al's trail.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, she'll suffer the same fate I did. I spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options: death, and that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Altor. A young Roman woman in state of panic. A Roman man on his knees, as if begging his gods for mercy. I'm gonna step into the doorway. Forget me not.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Tobias Reaper and I've just come from the future. Wait, are you speaking English? Shrine of Proserpina. And I got lost. Wait, are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
Shrine of
Yeah,
Proserpina?
you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine? Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your loss?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Uh, I think I'll make my own way and look at the place a little first. If you don't mind, Galerius.
Look, you seem like you might need a little extra help, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I showed you the way.
Don't worry about me, I know what I'm
All right,
doing.
friend, suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
Skip this city tour, I am the Maverick. This place is kind of the place where stealing is not exactly what you should be doing. Or maybe it's exactly what I should be doing. But I don't know yet, so I'll take it slow. An ancient Roman cavalry helmet with an enclosed face mask and plume made of dyed horsehair.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Leah looks busy. I should try to talk to her again later. Okay. A wooden model of a Roman arena, lovingly crafted by someone who misses the outside world. Okay. So people come here. 69? Okay, maybe. Maybe.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Virgil's chest. Run, new main goal. Follow Sentius back. Okay, I knew I shouldn't have stolen. I knew it. What did I do?
After everything we've built,
Magistrate Sentius is terrified. I should try to talk to him again later. I should follow him though. I'm sorry. I will never do it again. No. What? Magistrate? Oh no. Move through time once. Okay, so I shouldn't steal. Follow Sanchez back to the shrine and use his portal. Main goal completed. Run. Okay, I did that. Is this the zip line though?
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Okay.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
My name is Galerius, and you're about to offer me to take you to see Sentius so he can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I
Oh,
have to
and
go.
since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Zipline handlebar, rudimentary wooden zipline handlebar. Okay. Yeah.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks, I'll be going.
All right. See you around.
It's not this one, no. It's this one. Okay. Whoa. It's just here as well. But it's not stealing. Because it didn't say steal. Okay, nice. How do I get up here though? I guess I don't. I probably shouldn't jump down there. Oh, it's him again?
I saw you use the device I made, and it worked. Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor? Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I, couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me?
Why do you need it?
I don't really feel comfortable talking about it.
Okay, sure, why not?
Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance.
I'll get right on it.
All right. See you around.
Okay. How are we supposed to do it? Guess I'll have to do it over on the other side. The question is though, how do I let go of it? Okay, ouch. That might take a few tries, but we'll do it, we'll do it. I I think we'll have to do it almost right away. I mean, jump almost right away. Oh, that was too soon. Oi! Oh, yes! Nice. Okay. Neat.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
What's your story?
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
I have
I'm a
time.
farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. It still burns whenever I think about it.
That's a very tragic story. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again.
Hmm. That kind of sounds like his people got conquered by the Romans and transported to Rome, and around the time of Nero, who burned down Rome because the slums were not great enough for this emperor.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
What do you think
Oh,
about
I
the
don't give
golden
it much
rule?
thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
That's what Marcus Aurelius said. Instead of arguing about what a good man should be one.
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Centilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me.
I have the flower, my friend.
Brilliant! You did it! Well done! This is going to make her so happy. Equitia, I mean. Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her. What I really want to do is walk up to her, give her the flower, and confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met. But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be terrible. You mean, aside from her execution? You see, Equitia is a Vestal priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods and a capital offense. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive. Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. But at the same time, she's just so kind and graceful, and I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest. I don't know what to do. What do you think? What would you do?
Our friend here is in love. Nah. I think you can admire her discreetly from afar. If you really love her, you need to get over her. I'm no relationship counselor. Figure it out on your own. I think I'll do the Tobias Reaper.
Oh, I'm sorry to bore you, friend.
Even though this Galerius looks probably more like Tobias Reaper than I do. Well, I'll be going, my friend.
All right. See you around.
A bunch of goose eggs laid by the city's goose. I hope I'm allowed to take it. But I really have no idea. Oh, where might... Where are we going now? We'll see. Take because it doesn't say steal. I'll take those and a bottle of wine since none of it says stealing. May the gods be kinder to you than they were to us, stranger. One can only hope. Yeah, of course. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Uh-huh. A metal dice tower, designed to stop people from cheating when rolling dice. Clearly cheating must be a problem among Romans. Sad. Prometheus has been using this to train. What is he training for? Small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. Quite interesting. Tavern keg. Large wooden beer keg within built cup holders. Nice. Another one of those. And these carrots are purple as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Yeah. Carrots are originally purple. It's funny to think about. The only way out is whoever wrote this was interrupted, perhaps tragically. Hmm.
Beautiful.
Large vat of beer. Brewing beer, there's a layer of small insects drowning on the surface. Extra protein.
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. I can tell from the way you carry yourself. You're a warrior, like Aeneas on a journey far, far from home. Such bravery.
You are as charming as you are beautiful.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
What? You came on to me.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget
You
that ever happened, so
get
we can at least do
rejected by
business. So,
Aurelia.
what brings you to my tavern?
Uh, What do
You know,
you think?
normally I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
Come on.
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
I don't think I have 1,000 denarii.
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not? Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
Hmm.
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
Okay.
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
Good.
What's the matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Hmm.
Certainly, for 10 denarii. Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
Pandora's box. Figure out why Livia is acting strangely.
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is. Whatever you like.
What's your story?
Let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
Ah.
Cerberus lifts his triple head
Let the
and
buyer
lets out his
beware.
threefold braying.
The many shall
Lydia,
suffer for the
would you
sins of
stop
the one.
muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Note from Kabash. Kabash to Kabash. I told Lucretia, like in Spartacus, about the dreams I've been having, and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always, his face shrouded in shadow from the peculiar ram headdress. Once again he introduced himself as Curti and told me he'd dragged me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know. Who is Curti? Recurring dreams about a stranger named Curti or Curthy, okay? Quite interesting. No stealing. Ink jar. A ceramic ink jar. The ink appears to be made from soups and water.
I love your clothes.
Shut
So,
up.
you stay away from my money.
A sculpture of Minerva, the Roman goddess of strategy. Yeah, that's Aphrodite, right? From Greeks, they renamed her to Minerva. Brass mirror. The brass has been polished into a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. How interesting.
Beautiful. Unless you want me to slip some hemlock into your next drink. Get out!
She's a bit two-faced, isn't she?
The 49 melodies, just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. They never do.
What's your
The
story?
bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Maybe it's the story of Pandora. this game is all about.
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
I'll be
The
going.
newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Galerius for magistrate. Countered by I would rather drink Aurelius' special brew. This place
Ixion
is in the gutter,
turns.
isn't it? Quite frankly, is in the gutter. Key to the chest in the shrine of Apollo. Okay, I'll take it. Didn't say stealing. Cat stealing, I don't do that. No. A wooden rack containing various dried ground substances. So now we have a key to Apollo's shrine. A rudimentary doll, it looks like it has been well loved. A filthy, foul-smelling sleeping mat of somebody living in poverty. It's probably Livia.
Ixion turns.
Yeah, that's about the orgy. Okay, nice. Another bottle of wine. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Interesting. Hmm. A fight broke out here. Wonder what about? These might be climbable if only they could support my weight. So this is not the shrine of Apollo, at least. Uh-huh. Maybe that's the Whitehall. Where are we? I need to take a screenshot up here. I love, I love the music. Okay. Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Nice. So money is definitely part of this condition, if you may.
Salve, Dooley. How are you doing today?
I'm sad. Am I going to die in here?
I don't think so, my friend. It's election day today. Perhaps our new magistrate will be kinder than Sentius and let you out.
I hope so. Galerius, what happened? Hello?
Hello? What's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did you do, man?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Aren't we all? Somebody think you were going to steal, or so you are FB.
Yes, but I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is
They
that
said
all?
I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liability.
Yes. They said I have to live here now and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Of course. Reading mode. Magistrate Sentius to Duilius. I am writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian, Hannibal, some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated, should you experience further lapses in your memory. Okay.
What does it say?
It says they caught you trespassing several times and they locked you up to stop you breaking the golden rule. Yeah, that's true.
My treasure! My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady. Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot. Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what. What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad. Like Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
Let's try and see. Right on it.
Bye-bye.
Figure out how to get into the upper cistern. Water under the bridge. Get Dooley's key to the upper cisterns by releasing him from prison. There's locked.
Hello. Have we met before?
Oh, what?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep all I remember.
Well,
Gold? You mean treasure? You're
you know
going
I
to let
have
me
you.
out of here? Really? Oh, please. I hate it here.
What I said, so
It makes me very sad. You're mean. I don't like you.
oh no. I did not do it, Dooley.
Selby!
Upper cisterns.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the
Intruder.
golden rule. now's not the time. Are you going to help or not?
I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Okay. You hear that?
Hear what? What? We don't have time for this. I have to go.
Okay, never mind.
Ugh. The shrine is collapsing.
What was that?
Fabian,
Beware,
no!
shrine may collapse at any
Oh
moment.
God, she's dead. Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her. Oh, Fabian, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
Oh no. What the hell?
I can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean. She walked into that empty shrine, and the next moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble. The gods are cruel and unjust. She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you.
Okay. Here's a shrine. A vase. A Greek vase painted with people and geometric shapes. Okay. Greek statue, probably of the goddess to whom this temple is dedicated. Perhaps a local Greek resident knows more about her. Greek statue of a woman. Okay, no non-specifics. Maybe we should do the quest first and then come back to the secret. This looks like where we came from.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I don't know a Quinctius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood? You are not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer. Is that understood?
Yes.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place? Oh, how very welcoming of you. You want me to let my guard down, is that it? You're not going to get your claws into me. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult. Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
You've got the wrong idea.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret? So you admit you're not allowed to leave. Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
Well, is that a lie? I think this is some kind of mantra of belief. But if that's a lie and the answer to that is no, then we do believe so, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's a warning.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They were once people who returned to gold.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
We didn't turn them to gold. A god did it, and we don't know which one.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our god told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists, there's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
I don't know where he is.
Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words? And there's a simple explanation for that. I lied. But if you want to know the truth before you die, here it is. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
Okay.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay, run. Why me? I didn't... Oh, many shall suffer. Okay, yeah, of course, makes sense. So I'll suffer because of his mistake of the assassin. Makes sense. But I still think it was best not to draw the gun. Oh, I can't use it? Okay. How annoying is that? Oh. This game is pretty crazy. Do I have to start all over again?
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here. We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the Empire are you from, exactly? Hey, not so loud.
This
Just
must be
saying that
after.
name could land you in trouble here. If you haven't heard, his cultists burned down half of Rome last year. Horrible business. I heard Nero executed some of them, but a lot of people are still angry with them, even down here. So, if you're one of them, keep it to yourself. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So, let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. All right, friend, suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
In his villa down there, okay. But so we have to get the flower again, or what? Can I okay. We still have it. Interesting. And this leads up to where we just were. And I suppose that... No?
Help!
Okay.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon.
So it just
You have
starts
to
all
do
over
something,
again.
or he's going to break the golden rule. Are you daft or just callous? If you don't stop him, we're all going to die. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Do not go
What?
in there.
Why? All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Bakery, okay. Save Fabia's life. Ah, okay. Interesting. We shouldn't go in here. Or what? No? I had to try, okay? Okay, so if you die, okay. Continue from last save. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. So we gotta go here. Looks like someone has been through here recently. Savas. Also Greek. What the hell? Crumbling Greek sculpture of a woman. Clearly this has been here a long time. Okay. I have 10 bullets, okay. Kinda same statue. A Greek lyre, played by being strummed with a plectrum. Well, well, well. Interesting. Discover what lies beneath this city. Archaeologist.
Ah, a visitor.
He kinda looks like the guy from Saw.
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I am
It's
Tobias
a sincere
Reaper.
pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
Not this place by accident.
Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Not yet, no.
You have much to learn. It's best if you figure it out on your own. Come back once you've made progress.
I'd really like you to tell me.
Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above. Ask them about their stories and see if you detect a pattern of some sort. It is best if you come to this realization for yourself. You would never believe me if I told you.
To me, it already kind of seems like this is revolving around a Greek tragedy, but a bit of Roman twist since they absorbed a lot of the philosophy and history and religion. A large tub which has been converted into a rather eccentric bed. Yep.
Ah, you've returned.
I think we should go down first. Yeah, I can't crouch. Yeah. Of course, it's locked. Looks like some kind of tomb down here.
Ah, you've returned.
Somewhat, yes. Oh, okay. Quite interesting. Okay. What? Okay. We probably shouldn't go there. We shouldn't go there. So we're gonna go here. Greek god of war. Ah, was Artis. Known to the no. So it's still okay, yeah. Probably still Aphrodite, who is Minerva. Things to buy once I've escaped. Villa on the Aventine, Rome. 2-horse chariot. Seat on the Senate. 4-horse chariot. Villa on the Bay of Naples. 10-horse chariot. 12 slave girls, pale and plump. What a weird list. Yeah. Goddess of strategy. Okay. Loaf of bread. Circular loaf of bread designed to be pulled apart into wedges. Okay. It appears to be freely available to anyone who wants it, so I'll take it. I'll leave one.
Shh, I'm hiding.
A Roman recipe for bread. A generous pinch of yeast, a pinch of salt, 2.5 cups of warm water, a pound of flour. Instructions. Pour the water in a mixer bowl and dissolve the yeast. Add the flour to a separate bowl and gradually add the water and salt. Knead it until the dough isn't too sticky or floury. Cover the dough and leave in a warm place near the oven for an hour so that it rises. Bake until crust is golden and allow to cool. Okay.
Did you stop him?
Not yet.
What are you waiting for?
Secundus and Cetera were together until the end. Isn't King the King Midas? Is that Greek? Sinner. Here's the toilets. Sponge for cleaning your ass. Small stick with a sponge attached. This must be what the Romans use instead of toilet paper. It appears to be communal use. Best to put this back immediately. Theophilus and had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. This is the second time. The Forgotten City of Sins, that's the theme. Communal public toilets. These holes must be designed for use with the sponge on a stick. Always remember they are watching. Read 10 different graffiti. Yeah. The gods are always watching, and you are sinners.
Greetings and salutations.
No, not gonna steal. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? Virgil, what did you do? A pair of bellows used for blowing air into the furnace and help raise the heat. A Roman fire shovel made of bronze. It smells like ash. Accusatory note. Ah, it's the same one.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
What's your story, man?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads. Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now. Same way as everyone else. If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either. None of your business. In Troiti ipsum commensura.
Okay.
If we have to. If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation? I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong, while we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think is
I
coming?
don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it. Of course I am. Whatever.
Hasta la pasta. Navia's treatment notes. Treatment notes. Flatulence. Rhubarb. Ulcers. Gentian. Stomach pain. Glucoresia. Rheumatism. Willowbug. Boils. Aloe. It's pretty good. A collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. Statue of Apollo. A large stone statue of Apollo, the Roman and Greek god of disease and healing, among other things. Ah, this is where we got the key to. Otherwise it would be locked, just as this one over here. Maybe we should
Isn't the
go...
great temple majestic? A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Seems nice.
I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another. I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long. Wonderful. It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night, the town gets a visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all, until finally they come to the little cottage where Baucis and Philemon lived. Now, the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay, Immediately, the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Borsis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic, realizing only a select few possess such powers. Says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster god. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it, except you, who we will grant a wish." So old Borsis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish, which is for eternity together. Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
I agree, or perhaps it's that the gods might kill you at any moment for failing their test. Yeah, this is a Greek tragedy in a Roman setting with a twist of King Midas, it seems. There was this Greek things underneath the temple of the Greek. So it does seem like it's built upon the Greek, which is why I think of the Greek tragedy.
A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely invalid, I suppose.
Well, what is your story? We'll get on with the tragedy after.
Oh my, I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Sorry, what should I have
The
done?
proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
How did you end up here, Equity?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A stranger dragged me out of the river unconscious and sent me in here.
I wonder if... No.
What were you going to say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Yeah, I got that already.
I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too. Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
I will be careful.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
See what I can do.
And did you notice anything? A pattern? Oh, well then. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Yeah, I'll be going.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Yeah, this game is like the opposite of Vampire. Because this is more divine, ancient city, the cradle of civilization and the human condition through tragedy. Galerius has a very similar story to Heracles and the tragedy of the hardship of his
Hey,
life.
you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you? Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground, and hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie, I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed, and it was eating Hannibal. If it was a man, maybe. But I swear on my life this was no man. More like a Strix, or some Versipelus that feeds on human flesh. I didn't stick around to see which. What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there, and put a sign at the door to warn the others. Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
Okay, so this Hannibal is actually the Carthaginian in some kind of iteration. Hannibal Barca from the Second Punic War. His father, Hamilcar Barca, they are the founders of Barcelona, or at least it's based on them. So basically, Hannibal, he took an army of 50,000 strong Carthaginians and some war elephants, crossed from what's somewhat around Algeria, Morocco, something like that, through Spain and over the Alps and into Rome, where he caused a lot of trouble. I'm pretty sure that's what this Hannibal guy is based on. The ink jar again. Jar. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as the servant's problem. Most likely. Yeah, same. And there again. So basically, I think what most people here has endured is some kind of tragedy, and this is kind of the tragedies that we have to go through, and this is a city of where you have to come short or come to acknowledge what it is to be human.
Are they?
Magistrate.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I am Tobias Reaper.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the posture of a soldier, though I've not seen that in a woman before. You must be of the Amazonian people. I pray to Mars your skill set won't be necessary here, but time will tell. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
I do will. What counts as a
An
sin here?
intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Yeah.
I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you? 2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
All we turn into gold statues. I shouldn't lie.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
How does the ritual
All
work?
I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see human remains in the temple, that's true.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best.
I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot. Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
You're not
me?
the person.
Why would you suspect me? I've just told you. I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people? I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen. Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you. You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her. Indeed.
If you do this, will you help me get back to my own time?
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense? Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule? No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Good point, I mean.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
See what I can do. So this is basically the Greek philosopher Socrates and the weight of our choices. Where Anubis from the Egyptian mythology, he weighted the morals upon arriving to the underworld, but Socrates, he took it and he used it to guide the present, or at least the philosophy of how to apply it. A small vial containing a rudimentary perfume made from flowers and oil. No. Same vial and Minerva. Dear diary, today my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you are reading this, father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We are all entitled to our secrets. Cynthia.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind. What is it, citizen?
I have to ask you about some things. What's your
I'm
story?
a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties.
I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughter, I should say, and the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People screaming, trampling each other. Then some genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Sorry to hear.
As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Centilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit. He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that. I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Aurelia. Class, Commoner, Duty, Tavern Keeper, Quarters, Tavern in Slum, Claudia, Patrician, Theseus, Commoner, Domitius, Commoner, Hannibal, Foreigner. So is Hannibal the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca? Horatius, isn't he the historian, like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey? So probably Horatius is here to give this story to the times, to us. We are the Daemon, or the Daimonion, the weighting of choices based on if we are an A daemon or a daemon, the good or the bad, which later in Christianity became the demon or the angel on your shoulder. It's derived from the Greek Daimonion, which was a spirit who you possessed in you. And your choices would define if you were good or bad. But until you have made a choice, you were the in-between, like we are now. So like that dude down under the Greek temple, he's not Socrates, but he is some iteration there or a philosopher who has Socratic roots. So maybe this game should be called The Forgotten City Daimonion. That's what I would say. Thanks.
Of course.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it. What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. A war crime. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent. Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous. If you like. Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage. But he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change. I suppose it is. What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her, but it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better? I suppose that's true. Centilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better, though, I suppose. If you're accusing me of a crime, you better have something to back it up.
It was a bit, let's see what happens.
You're grasping at straws, and it's not going to work. We're done.
So this game is about agency, stacking all the philosophy and the knowledge and wisdom and make use of it. It's a bit risky having the same button to steal as to search, but haven't gone into the trap just yet. Golden Rule point of origin. Common said. Figure out who is most likely to break the Golden Rule and inform Sentius. In fear of a mysterious law called the Golden Rule. The Golden Rule is basically to try and inhibit human and environmental options and enforce it to not steer into tragedy or hardship. And that is where the guy under the Greek temple in this game, the Socratic kind of dude, is like, but you can't. Like, what was it? Dooley? The guy who is caged? He may be too stupid to do it, and imprisoning him for minor slights is probably not very wise or human. Tell Sanchez, optional. Learn about the golden rule, visit magistrate. Optional, tell Sanchez you suspect Domitius. Domitius has been intimidating voters into voting for Malleolus. Malleolus Quintius. Tell Sanchez about the assassin. An assassin has entered the city looking to execute Quintius. Tell Sanchez you suspect Galerius. Galerius revealed himself to be an angry man with a history of crime and extreme violence. Figure out who is most likely. It seems everyone is going to die of one person breaking the golden rule. I need to figure out who it is. To that end, Quintius asked me to talk to everyone and help them if it'll win their trust. He also authorized me to enter their homes and inspect their possessions and document if necessary. Create a time paradox. According to Sanchez, I will be flung back to my own time if I can't create a paradox. I need to change history in a way that makes my being path impossible. Example, Sanchez says, if I prevent sin and breaks the golden rule, then he'll never create the portal, and it'll be impossible for me to be in the path. A paradox. A common thread. Ask residents about their stories to identify these 3 common threads. I need to listen to the stories of everyone who will tell me. Once I figure out what they have in common, I should return to Equitia. Scintilla, the magistrate's youngest daughter, has disappeared in mysterious circumstances, but how does someone go missing in a city with no exits and no crime? As visions of village for clues about Scintilla's disappearance, Pandora's box. Figure out why Olivia is acting strangely. Perhaps the priestess might be able to help her. Virtuous man. Figure out how to get Galerius elected magistrate. I'll need to make him popular among a majority of the voters. Ask Galerius about running for magistrate. Hold on to the bridge. Figure out how to get the upper system. Get Dewey's key to the upper system by releasing him from prison. Dewey has said he'll give me his key to the upper system if I get him released from prison. Front the armed man. Figure out how to neutralize the armed man. I may need to get creative. Buying gas. Find out what's distressing Lucretia.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
What's your story, my dear?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here. Okay.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone. Ugh, what is it with you people? Well, I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies? It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans. That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her, so he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city. You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Sentilla. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance. Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Oof. I think it's bad to take the choices with lying and bluffing. That's exactly what is triggering people to have more tragic lives. Because they get angry.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
What is your story, Octavia?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose. Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, My family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me. Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue. If you like. I'm afraid not. Although I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Nah. Sin is, it's not the Daimonion. Sin is what we define as bad outcomes.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer. If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention. I wish I shared your faith. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Damn you, Nero.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Do you really think his suits would break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. You're not going to trick me. I'm no coward. I intend to go through with it. Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis for the rest of my life. What do I have to live for? You're just saying that to buy time. You must think I'm an idiot. I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Okay.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
But that's his own decision. It's a tragedy.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine. That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Tragic. Great Temple is locked. So we best be on our way. Water under the bridge. Find a creative way into the upper system. Creative way. Creative way. Note from Navia. Obtain a bow. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. Navia. Obtain a bow. Bow. A fountain producing fresh water, but where could the water be coming from? Yeah, obtain a bow. I'll have to confront him in the bath, shoot him. Or trick him.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
No. Doesn't matter what I say, you're going to kill me
You're right,
anyway.
I am. I must be getting a reputation. I suppose I might as well get right to it then. Do you have any last words?
If you fight that error, everyone here is going to die. You have no idea what you're in for, do you?
Well, I'd say that's rather convenient, since I was planning to kill you all anyway.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Guess I'll have to run away. Oh no. That guy with the bow, he's really annoying. Hello.
Of course. What did you want to know?
What do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
You thought about running for
Bounced the
magistrate?
idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good enough for me.
Guess we'll have to wait and see whether Malleolus frees him or not. Why is Dooley in a cell?
Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
I'll be going.
Alright, see you around.
Interesting. How could we free him?
Hello?
Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over. What? Why? All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Okay. Many shall suffer from the sin of the one.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus.
Get away without
otherwise
pulling
known as
out our gun.
Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Probably not. Oh, okay.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
I feel like this option wasn't there before, so it seems like the game wants to take you through most, if not all of it. Kinda strikes me as an assassin from Assassin's Creed. Maybe he's Persian. Are you Persian? Well, a crude ceramic bowl full of urine. Perhaps they're saving it for something like bleaching clothes. Could be. Why are we here? Wooden bow. Take. Bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quintius Crispus, citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is average height, average build, has dark hair, and has green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Blessed arrow, scenarios, yes. Let's see if we can get into the baths now. Can. Oh, this is really beautiful. This also looks where we came from, but just not broken. Yep, definitely. Maybe we'll have to swim again. Or maybe we have nothing to do in the baths. Okay, so we got the bow.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Hey! You're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Well, it's your funeral.
So I guess the power of the Medusa Midas amalgamation is not applying everywhere equally. A young Roman woman throwing up her hands as if to surrender to an unseen enemy. A Roman woman in the middle of disrobing as if she'd been visiting the baths. A young Roman man posed as if beckoning others safety. Statue of Roman man holding up one arm as either greeting someone or surrendering. We need a way to figure out how to make it support your weight. Lunar pendant. A lunar pendant, there's a Latin inscription on the back which reads Sendia Death. Maybe I can climb it now. I have the Roman protection. Oh no, there's more. An emaciated human-like creature spattered in gold. It appears to have been crushed to death while entering the cistern from the cave beyond. And I would need to figure a way. Oh, that was a lot of coins. what?
Ave.
Ave, Ave. Still locked.
Greetings and greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail? Then you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps? My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why is it of a
You
tailor
mean
shop
to say,
here?
with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree? Well, if that doesn't persuade you, think of it this way. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best. A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like. Not so loud. What are you playing at? I must ask you to stop that at once. Have you not been told about the last attempt?
The last attempt?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it is a long story. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out. Okay.
They have! I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud. Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Well, that sounds simple enough.
Doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act. Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not? That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
You there! I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues? And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I guess.
suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Not really.
Problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
Golden bow?
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
Do you want me to steal
Gods, no. If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away. Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal.
Okay.
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger? I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you. So, are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline. I'll do it.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Fake golden bow, a composite bow covered in gold leaf. Sorry, but did he just pull that out of his ass?
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Okay. Into the Shrine of Diana. We'll probably have to shoot that one down and unleash some kind of pest. Oh, okay. A Roman man on his knees, as if uttering a desperate prayer. Clearly it fell on deaf ears. A large stone statue of Diana, the ancient Roman goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld. Oh. Oh. Swap off the fake golden bow for the real one. Red. Oh, okay. How? How do I swap it?
the bow?
Yes, I have it.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you. A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in, and until you give me my bow, you're gonna stay in there, like Tantalus in Tartarus.
How is this not against the golden rule? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole. You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognise my own handiwork. I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out how many it takes to kill a woman, shall we?
Sacred temple. Yeah, but how? Why? Oh, okay. Interesting. That's arrow. Okay, so it turns. This is the Midas bow. Okay. Duly noted. Yeah, it's the ass sponge of the Roman times. Just arrows and denarios. Yes. The hell? Wait, what? Oh, so now you can because. Wait, what? Man, get up. Get up. Build your first thing. Okay. Yeah. This is what I was waiting for to happen. Okay. But yes. Very nice. Take a look at the scroll nearby.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and, disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that, even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me.
This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
Okay, kind of sinister, no? Face pull itself up with ledges. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Where we go? What? Thank you. Oh, wait. Phew. The way into the palace. I am. Oh, okay, so yeah. You're up high. Plus arrows, okay. Doesn't seem like the resource thing is too heavy. Should get that done quite neat. Actually pretty nice. Okay. Because fuck you in particular. Oh hell yeah.
You're not supposed to be here.
Hey, I will.
You.
Oh,
please.
It needed more than one. algae. What algae do I need to turn? Okay, so I actually didn't need to use it on the algae here.
Kill.
Was that 2 with 1?
Kill me.
Interesting. So I have to hit them in the head. No, that can't be it. Maybe that can actually be used so that they get stuck. Ah. Oh, I took him. Okay, good. Okay, so you do have to hit them in the head or what? Oh, so this one is already okay. Okay, it's not easiest. Ah. Hold on. Lead to palace doors. Okay. Just need to check around. We come out there and then we'll go there. And then there.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper, your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
Interesting. Looks like this custom-made rack has been used to hold down golden statues and peel the golden layer from them. Gruesome. Yup. You have to be shitting me. Okay. Okay, so that's how it's done.
Make it stop. It's that again.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Diodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this God's kingdom.
Okay. So this Naivia. Was the one who started peeling off the gold and then it kind of turned to zombies? Interesting. It appears to be dead. Evidently its death didn't break the golden rule. This apple looks fresh. Someone has been through here recently. Interesting. Behind me? Oh shit. You must be Naivia.
You must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And, worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
Okay. If you attack me, we'll both end up in case. This has nothing to do with me. Good luck with that. Okay. Yeah. What to do? What to do? Not sure. She clearly thinks this has something to do with me. I'm wretched, so probably not the middle one. If you attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold. Probably. So I think good luck with that, draw golden vow. But I'm not sure.
You think you can bring me down with your little wooden arrows before I jam this blade into your throat? Walk away after everything you've done? Liar! I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace for her. And now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's in agony. All I wanted was to spend my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you instead. What's so special about you?
I'm Tobias Reaper. It's not just a statue whispering to me. A lot of them do, but it's always the same voice.
What do you mean, the same voice?
It's like someone else is whispering to me through the statues.
Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was... Wait, I see what you're doing. You're trying to steal her away from me. You want to
What?
wait
No.
until I've done all the hard work, then swoop in. Is that it?
Definitely not.
Liar! You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too. What are you talking about?
I could travel in tunnels under the city and keep up inside the palace.
So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
I never had any intention of
So I did
hurting
all
you.
this. I ruined her. For nothing. What have I done? Oh gods, I feel sick. I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain. It's the air coming into contact with her flesh.
She's
It's
gonna kill
agonizing
herself.
for them. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut. It's too late. There's nothing you can do. I have to do this. I'm sorry. What? How? Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood? away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you, thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful to Lucretia.
Key to the chest in the shrine of Apollo.
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there. Go, and never return.
Roger.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there.
I should talk to Equisha, right?
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Yeah, what's the status of the
It
election?
must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask? I like the idea, but I know Galerius well, and his position has always been that he won't run unless Malleolus withdraws. It was only yesterday that he said to me he'd only ever run if it was absolutely necessary to make sure Sentius wasn't re-elected. So, I suppose if you'd like to see Galerius elected magistrate, you'd need to persuade Malleolus to withdraw somehow. All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course. That's just the way it's always been, I'm afraid. It never sat right with me, either. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role overseeing the election, I've decided to abstain. I can't allow the perception that I'm being anything but fair and independent, but if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election. By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course. I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed. You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination. As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk, but I suppose I could hold it sooner, if there's a good reason. As you wish. Certainly.
I've been asking people about how they wound up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed? Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else? Yes, I also had such an encounter. What else? There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
put here? Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Of course. Go back into the lower cisterns. And then we'll see what that brings us. So this is the upper cisterns. How am I gonna get up there? Into the upper cisterns in an unconventional way. Water onto the breach. Under the bridge. Just gonna secure the area? Why is she crying so much?
You. Who are you? Did he send you?
I'm Tobias Reaper, and nobody sent
Do you
me.
know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
Monster.
I'm Centilla. I found a way out through the gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key. Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
How hasn't this broken the golden
No.
rune?
He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key. I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together. There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say? There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
Is everybody else really going to die? Really? Are they really? What should we do? Should we believe her or not? to try this one?
Oh, thank you. Now Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Oh shit.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
As if I tell you, human
So that is
garbage.
how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al. Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Prosperna's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 3? Not many. But don't worry, I'm sure there'll be another useful idiot who comes along after you're dead. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
So you asked me to figure out who was going to break the golden rule knowing I would fail every time. You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep it a secret. Why?
Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
So you asked me to figure out who was going to break the golden rule. You're going to dive in for this. Let's see you cheat your way
Do
out
you
of this.
really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
I probably could, but I'm going to let her have this one.
Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer
I have his
for the
key.
sins
I
of
can
the
open
one.
the gate. Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Create a time paradox. Yes, I did.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright.
Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Alworth? I came here to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Tobias
Funny you should
Reber.
ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina, freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light. What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I passed right here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note you carved into this tablet here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I helped Scintilla kill the man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Now you're getting it.
You saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Enough talk. How about we get out of this place?
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right here in this cistern. Follow me. Okay.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple. You go on ahead, and I'll be there soon.
Alrighty! So we created a time paradox and we rescued Al along the way. That's pretty neat. Not gonna lie about that. It's a favorable outcome, I'd say. Pretty favorable.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
What a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I discovered the ruins of an ancient underground city.
Really? Sounds amazing. And did you... Oh, look! Here he comes. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of... well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Sentia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Okay, so because we did choose her, all the others would die, so that was true. Okay, interesting. This is ending 2 of 4, okay. How many might have survived if you'd walked away from Scintilla? More than we saved. I will probably come back and do the other endings sometime. It's a fun game. Not as fun as I had hoped, but it was good, and there's still 3 other endings to explore. And I think it had the autosave on, so I'll probably just head back onto some of them and do the other option with Scintilla and see what comes of that, and some of the others as well. Until then.